Hi guys, it's Amy and you have found Amy Loves Crochet. Thank you so much for your time. I sincerely appreciate it when you want to click on my videos and see what's going on with me. Hi guys, I'm going to jump in here real quick. After I recorded this video where you hear me talking about it like I just did the one cowl, I decided to go ahead and make another one, and I finished it before I was done editing and uploading this video, so I threw it in here, show you a little bit more. This one was a good one because it is a yarn where I fell off the bike and I needed to get back on the bike, and I finally got back on the bike with this yarn. So this yarn was from a Yarn Bee clearance, and it was the first yarn that I ever took from Hank to Cake, and it was a disaster. And then the first time I tried to use the yarn, I was going to make a shawl, and it was really difficult for me to work with a single strand, fingering, tiny hook. And so instead I just made like a bandana scarf, a little hair covering. You know, I took that little tiny piece of the scarf and just decided to put it up on your head and crocheted some chains for the tie, and that was it. So here I am again. I put two strands together, and immediately I feel how squishy and yummy it is to work with. I absolutely love it. And this one is not necessarily the best pattern to, so I was going to do a shawl and then decided, you know, let's cut this shawl down into a cowl to add to the idea of my little front cowls here. And it's just not the right pattern, obviously, because it's so big like this. I thought you could kind of wear it, you know, like a dickie underneath a sweater or something else. I did put a button on this one, and all I did was take the same yarn and go into the buttonhole, so it's just sewn on there real easy. And then you can just use, it was not an afterthought, but the fact that the spaces are big enough to go over the button saves you from, or gives you the ability to add a button after the fact. Is, you know, like I didn't create a buttonhole. You know, just the spaces allow you to go over the button. So you can make it as loose on yourself or as tight on yourself as you'd like. Again, it's not perfect, you know, it's not what it was set out to be. I like the button on there, but it's just not the right pattern. But it was good. Like I say, it was important for me to get back on the horse, get back on the bike, whatever you want to say, and work with this again. It's just, I can't even remember, what was I doing? It's the same as I just did the Ella Rae Cowl. It's two double crochet, or it's a single crochet, chain two, and then two double crochets. And then as you come back around, you're putting those stitches into the chain two space. So it's a really, I'll link my Ella Rae Cowl video down below where I show you that, because I tell you the pattern on that, because it's just a real easy breezy. But this is the one that's got that metallic sparkle. It's not picking up. And then I find that I don't see the sparkle here, but then when I'm in editing, I can see that you do see the sparkle. So when I say, oh, too bad you can't see it, and you guys are already looking at it, just excuse me. So you'll hear me talk a little bit here in a moment about making some tassels maybe. And so I did try it on this one. I made 3 tassels. I was going to put them at like the center down here, and then some up on the sides, and I absolutely hated how they looked. So I'm going to save these. This yarn will be used to make another shawl, like a full-size shawl, and then I'll put the tassels on there. I don't hate the tassels, I just didn't like them on this project where I was placing them on the project. And that's going to happen if you just wing something, you know, it wasn't meant to be there. So okay, so I'm going to go back to the rest of the video now, where I just talk about doing one cowl. I wanted to share with you, as you may have seen in a previous video, I was super excited, and my imagination was all over the board as to what I was going to do with this yarn. The yarns are Hobby Lobby skeins from a sale, a couple sales ago. This variegated with that metallic striping that you can see through there. That one is called Horizon Line, and then the orange one here, or orange, it's called Chestnut Ember, and it's all shades of browns and orange and yellows. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So I thought that they would go really well together, and so did some of you guys. And I couldn't wait to get started with it. So I did hold the two together. They are a one weight, 100% superwash merino wool, and then the metallic takes away 1% in the other one. But they're 100-gram skeins, and so I only used a little bit. 130 is what my project weighs, and it started out to be a shawl. The pattern is by Wilma Westenberg. I'll link it down below, of course. It's called the Lucia shawl. And she's got a great story and a great, you know, path or the way she's working. I'm going to go back and look up. I've already got another one of her shawls saved to work on. And I haven't had the time to look at the other ones yet, but I'm super excited to take a look at more of her work because it's gorgeous. So I'll link that down below. Go ahead and take a look at it. But here it is. Look at how gorgeous that colorway is together. I could not get enough. I could not put it down. It was one of those, one more rose, Mom, one more rose at bedtime. I was getting very tired. But as you can see, she does some back posts and some front posts. And there's a lot of texture on this one side. Now it's a long repeat. I think it's a 10-row repeat. So, you know, in for a penny, in for a pound kind of thing. So what I did was I ran through the pattern until you did the repeat, and then I did the repeat, and then I stopped because I wanted to just make it into a little front kerchief kind of thing. And now it's so pretty. I love that color so much. That blue with the browns like that. Look how pretty. And there you can see some of the metallic. Oh, I just love it. But let me show you the pattern side. So there's some more of the texture you can see. And she used a solid color. So, you know me, and using a patterned, you know, an intricate pattern with a variegated color of yarn. I do think that you lose some of it, but I still think that it's gorgeous. I immediately loved the texture of holding the two strands together. My heart sang that it feels so soft and so squishy and so lovely. I cannot wait for my next project. When I started working with ones, I was really freaked out, but I feel like my eyes have been opened to a whole new world. It is amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna put it on, and it's not, what I did was, where I stopped, I debated on whether or not I wanted to do a button. And so what I did was just tied the ends together. Whoops, I think I might want to take that out and put in a button though, because I just took the tail and sewed the two last scallops together. Because it's a little bit big. Here, it's a little bit big. Let me show you. Pattern side out. I mean, it's so pretty either way, but if you want to see the pattern, see, so like normally you would have it's a little bit big. Like I would expect this to fit closer up here. So that's why I'm thinking maybe I'll take that out and go ahead and put a button in it and close it up farther. But then I started thinking, well, what if you have a dress that's just your shoulders and your front's a little bit chilly? Does that look stupid to wear that in front instead of, you know, normally you might have that kind of over your shoulders from the back side to cover your back, but what if you've got a back to your dress and your front side is chilly? So, I don't know. I'm not mad about the way it turned out. I want to love it. I love the color and I love the pattern, but I don't love the fit. And so, it's not what it was meant to be though. I changed it up and then this is what happened. So, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, it caught my glasses. Okay. So the next part of using these yarns together though is I think I want to use two of these together and then swap one of those out and introduce this one so that you see like an ombre or a gradient or something like that. Like this is beautiful, but it was all the same. Like, you know, starting to work with it and seeing how colors play together. You never know what you're going to get until you get into it. So super happy for the way that this turned out on my first run. I still have, this is only into one cake. I still have two more of this plus all of this, and then I have that red as well that's gonna go great with it. So yeah, I was stoked about how this turned out, and I couldn't wait to share it with you. So thanks for sitting with me today, guys. I hope you have a wonderfully blessed day, and please come back and see me again. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.